Hey friends, this is lesson 5.3. We are going to be diving into point slope form. Point slope form is just another way to express the equation of a line, of a straight line. We again have the slope as m, and now we've got y1 and y1 and x1, and those are going to just represent a coordinate, a point on the line. It's going to be that xy that you see. So this would be x1 right there, and then y1 right here. So we've got y minus y sub 1, so that's our point y, equals m, or the slope, times the quantity x minus x sub 1. And everything that's in a color here is going to be substituted out with a number or a quantity. And then everything in black that you see, that is just going to stay as the variables y and x to show that it can change there. All right, let's just do it, right? So we want to write an equation in point slope form for the line that, and it's going to give us a slope and a point, and we're going to start with that. I'm going to write the point slope form so that you can remember it and see it. It's y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. This is important that you have this in your notes so you know what the point slope formula is. So we want to write an equation for the line that has a slope of -2 and passes through the point 1, 9. Now, before I get started, I like to label. So this -2 is my m, and then I've got x1 and y1. And now all we have to do is fill in the missing pieces. We've got m, and we've got y1 and x1. And we have all those pieces, and now all you have to do is substitute, and that is your answer. So we have y minus y sub 1, which is 9, equals m, which is -2, times the quantity x minus x sub 1, which is 1. It's all nice and color-coded there, and we can see it. We've got y1, x1, and m, and it gave us all those pieces, and we were able to just plug it in, and that's all we need to do with it. That is how we make an equation in point slope form given a slope and a point. Let's do it again. First, I'm going to find my pieces. So we want to write an equation in point slope form for the line that has a slope of 2/3, that is m, and passes through -2, 7. x1, y1. Y minus, what's y sub 1? It's 7. Equals m, which is 2/3, times the quantity x minus x sub 1, which is -2. So we know that minus negative equals plus. So we can just do x plus 2 in that case. You could do minus -2, but that's redundant, and you're going to simplify it to a plus. Okay? I want you to pause the video and try to do this last one by yourself. All right, I'm going to assume that you paused and came back. So I'm going to quickly then go through what we've got. Slope of 8, y1, x1, y1. And let's do it. Y minus y sub 1, which is 1, equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Ta-da! Not so bad. I hope. Because it's just going to get a touch trickier. We need to now write an equation in point-slope form that passes through 2 points. Now, the most important point here is that we have to find the slope first. And remember, slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x sub 1. So we're doing 2 different steps. That's all we have to do here. Before I begin, remember, I always label. I've got x1, y1, and I've got x2, y2. And that's going to be what we use to find the slopes. We have to do that first. Again, we already know how to do this. We learned it in 5.1. It's a refresher. We should know this formula here. But we just have to find that. Then we do what we did in our last slide. So let's just get started here. Let's find the slope right away. y2, which is -7, minus y1, which is 7, over x2 minus x1. And x1 is -1, so it's going to turn into a plus 1. -7 minus 7 is going to be, oh, I don't want that color. It's going to be -14. Getting more negative over 6 plus 1 is 7. We're going to divide, that's -2. So m equals -2. And now we still need to find the equation for the line in point-slope form. We have a point and slope. Point, slope. So remember our formula. Y minus y sub 1, we've got 7. See, and it's labeled for us still already. Y1, x1. We just use that. Equals m, which we found, times the quantity x minus x sub 1. It's -1, so it's plus. And that is our answer. So again, we have to find the slope first. We've got x1, y1, and x2, y2. And m is going to equal y2, 6, minus y1, which is 3, over x2, 9, minus x1, which is 3. So we've got 3 over 6, which is 1/2 when we simplify it. And that is m. So now we've got slope and a point, and we put it into point-slope form. And we have to know the equation for point slope, which is y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. And that is our answer. Hopefully not too terrible. We just added the other step. You just find the slope first, and then you plug and go. It's a lot of just plugging in. Now we want to graph an equation in point slope form. We're just doing all sorts of stuff. We're graphing and finding and all of these other things. So we know that we have a point and the slope. We've got y minus y sub 1 equals m, which is the slope, times the quantity x minus x sub 1. So we have a point and a slope, and we can graph that. If you can remember how to graph a point on a coordinate plane. This is supposed to be minus here. So we know that this is actually a negative 5 because minus negative is positive. So our point, it goes xy, our x1 is negative 5, and our y1 is 4. Right here. That is our point. So we know that this equation is going to pass the point negative 5, 4. So we go on our graph, and it's negative 5 right here. And then we go up to 4, and we put a point. It passes through that point, and then our m, or our slope, is negative 2. And our slope is rise over run. Because it's negative, we're going to go down 2 and over 1. You can do it again. And that is how we graph it. So we just have to find our point and then our slope. We have all the information we need. We just have to pick it out. This one here. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Our point is xy. We've got 4, 1, because we have x, y. And then our slope is right here, negative 1/2. We plot the point, 4, 1, so we go over 4 and up 1, that's our point. And then our slope, we go down 1 and over 2. We connect them. Connect the dots, connect the dots. We just have to find our pieces. This last one you can pause and try it and then see if you get it. We've got y, and it should be minus y sub 1. So because this is a plus, we know that it's actually minus negative, right? Plus is minus negative. So our y sub 1 is negative 5 equals m times the quantity x, and again, minus negative 2. That's x sub 1. Our coordinate point is negative 2, negative 5. We go negative 2, negative 5, and put a point. And our slope is 4, so we go up 4 and over 1. And put a dot. We do it again. And then we connect them. Whoop. And that is our line. So we have all the pieces that we need. I wanted to zoom back out, but it's gonna be silly there. We've got all the pieces that we need, and all we have to do is identify them and put them on the graph. And that is all. Please, please, please reach out to me if you have any questions. I know this can be a little challenging when you're just trying to watch and listen and then do it. So make sure you're taking notes and getting a hold of me if you need my help, okay? Have a great day.